days that we don't get it all done. And for a lot of us mamas who haven't learned to stop saying the phrase get it all done, there are probably a lot of those days, and actually maybe every single day is a day that we are not getting it all done. I'm divorced, and so a couple days out of every week my kids are gone at their dad's house. And so this is such a day when I am home alone, kid-free. You may hear that amount of kid-free time that I have and think, man, if I had 2 whole days out of the week kid-free, I would be able to get it all done. I would be able to do so much, right? And mamas, let me tell you from experience that that isn't the problem. That isn't the topic that we're talking about. This is a mindset issue, not a circumstance issue. I could easily look at maybe a new mom with a brand new baby and think, oh my gosh, what I wouldn't give to be back in that boat when life feels so simple and so straightforward with just one little baby. Or I could look at a mom with all school-age kids who are in school each day and think, man, life would feel so easy if that was the case, right? And I would have all the time in the world if I were in that situation. We can look at anyone else and think, oh, my life would be so different if that were the case. But the reality is, we all have the same number of hours in a day, and we all choose how to spend those hours. And we get to choose the level of busyness that we fill our lives with. We get to choose how much time to spend on each task, how many tasks to be doing, all of those choices. That is what we're talking about. This effort to get it all done is there regardless of our situation until we decide to change that mentality. On this particular day, my husband was also going to be gone all day long, and even into the evening working, and so I had every intention on getting a ton of things done. I made a list of 8 kind of top priorities, and at the end of the day, I got 4 out of the 8 things done, so only half of my list. I will echo what we talked about a couple weeks ago, that there is no such thing as getting it all done, unless we get to a point where we have the ability to set realistic expectations for ourselves. We will always come up short. So on days when we don't get it all done, we have a choice to beat ourselves up over it, feel frustrated, disappointed, or to appreciate our efforts. Furthermore, we have the choice to try to kill ourselves finishing up our list or getting it all done, or to still, no matter what is on the list, to take care of ourselves. And that was my focus on this particular day. I wanted to really start tapping into a balance between the two, being productive, getting things done, and taking time for myself. All of you beautiful mamas watching this, I just want to give you some encouragement that no matter what your days look like, here I am having a full day of no kids, but plenty of my other days, of course, are filled with kids in the house. And regardless of what your days look like, whether there's kids around, no kids around, whether you have an infant or a toddler or a school-age child, whether your kids are homeschooled or going to school, the principle is the same. Regardless of the details of what your days really look like, life of a stay-at-home mom really should consist of 2 parts: being productive and doing mom things, and taking care of yourself. That is what we need to and want to tap into more and more. And I really think we take it in baby steps. If you are anything like the average mom, you take virtually 0 time for yourself, and you do very little to take care of yourself. So just start off really small. All right, so after lunch, home alone all day, it's usually this point in the day where I'm ready for a little outing. I ran all of my errands yesterday because it was Monday, and Monday's my grocery shopping day and errands day. But I do have a couple of things that I've been wanting to go and look for. So even though I don't need to do that, it's gonna be just kind of a self-care thing that get out of the house. It should be warmer outside than it is inside. Hopefully it's at least sunny. So I'm just ready for a little bit of sunshine and an outing, and then I'll come back home and kind of get back to work. So I'm gonna go switch the laundry and then probably head out. And then coming back from that outing, I felt kind of re-energized and ready to do the rest of my day, which included some filming and some other work. And that's the benefit of really taking care of ourselves. We can recognize, if we can recognize what we're needing in that moment and actually do it and follow through and kind of take care of ourselves in that way, we're able to show up even more. Whatever it looks like for you, just applaud any and all efforts. All of it counts. All of it is a step in the right direction. We're just needing to get curious and figure out what's going to work to really fill our cups. And if we can have patience in that process, we will get better and better at it. And it will become more and more normal, not only to us, but also to our family. Let me just end with the reality that there is never going to be a convenient time to take time for yourself. It's never going to feel easy to rest. I am convinced, will never come a point in life when we have arrived and have completed everything there is to complete, and now rest and time for ourselves or this interesting new hobby is just available to us, and it's an option now that we have arrived. We have to make time now and prioritize ourselves now, regardless of what the circumstances are in our lives. There are definitely going to be seasons in life that are busier than others. There's going to be days that are busier than others. I find myself right now in the thick of summer fun, and it feels very busy, and there are a lot of to-dos. And I know that come mid-August, everything is going to change and shift drastically out of that busyness. And so the point is that self-care is bound to ebb and flow, just like everything else in life. That is totally fine. But what we want to do is just have it always be a consistent part of our daily life and a consistent priority, even if it's just the simplest, smallest things. I hope you know how truly amazing you are, and I will see you very soon.